What if I told you there's a way to bet on sports and literally never lose? I'm not talking about luck, I'm talking about math. This strategy is called arbitrage sports betting, and yes, it's legit. Let me show you how it works. Arbitrage betting is a risk-free strategy that thousands of people are doing to consistently profit betting on sports. I'm going to walk you through exactly what arbitrage betting is, how it works, and where you can find these arbitrage opportunities. That way you can never lose another day sports betting in your life. Arbitrage sports betting is where you place a bet on all possible outcomes of a specific bet across multiple sports books, guaranteeing yourself risk-free profit no matter what happens. This is possible because different sportsbooks offer different odds for the same bet. But these sportsbooks can oftentimes be so out of sync, it creates these arbitrage opportunities for us to take advantage of. Let me show you an example. You can take AJ Johnson under 21.5 PRA at plus 117 on this app called Novig for $454, and then also take AJ Johnson over 21.5 PRA at minus 104 on Prop Builder for $500. And no matter what happens, whether he goes over or under, you're going to guarantee yourself winning $31. If AJ Johnson goes under 21.5 PRA, you're going to win the bet on Novig and lose the bet on Prop Builder, still resulting in $31 in profit. If he goes over 21.5 PRA, you're going to lose the bet on Novig and win the bet on Prop Builder, resulting again in $31 profit. When I say this strategy is legit, it is legit. There are people making tens and thousands of dollars every single month arbitrage betting. This guy, Arbitrage, made $31,000 in March of 2025, and then the very next month, April of 2025, he made another $19,000. Arb Thief in April of 2024 made $30,000. Now I say 2024 because that was a pretty insane month for him, but you can see here, he is up almost $1,000 to begin the first few days of May 2025. Arbfather in April of 2025 also made $12,000. Now I do show you those examples to show you what is possible when arbitrage betting if you do it at a high level and have a pretty good sized bankroll. But what's possible for you right now starting arbitrage betting? Let's get into it. First things first, you need to make sure you are signed up for every sportsbook you have available to you. Doesn't matter what state you're in, just make sure you're signed up for the sportsbooks you're able to get. Now, when you're signing up for all of these different sportsbooks, it's important that you're taking advantage of the new user promos that they are offering you to come play on their sportsbooks. For instance, you could be getting bonus bets, or you could just be simply getting a deposit match from these different sportsbooks. Make sure you are turning these bonus bets or deposit matches into actual money that is going to grow your bankroll before you even place an arbitrage bet. And you can do that by using a promo converter tool like here on OddJam that is going to help you take those promo bets or those deposit matches and turn them into real cash that grows your bankroll. Arbitrage betting with a small bankroll is doable, but of course you're not going to see these tens and thousands of dollars every single month like these guys are that have been arbitrage betting for a while right off the rip. You need to grow that bankroll. And I've actually done a video on this channel that takes you from a $500 beginning starting bankroll to over $10,000 by taking advantage of promo conversions and also through arbitrage betting. If you guys want to check that out, go ahead, find this video on the channel and go give it a watch. I just want you guys to tame your expectations if you have a small bankroll. Getting $20 to $30, $50 in risk-free profit every single day is a huge win and helps you grow that bankroll. But soon you will then see days where you're getting $100, $300 a day in risk-free profit if you are actually grinding out arbitrage bets, and maybe even seeing insane days just like this that Arbitrage is seeing. $800, $900, $600, $1,000 a day risk-free arbitrage betting. Now there is one thing that all of these guys have in common, and it's the tool they use to actually find these arbitrage opportunities across sportsbooks. They're all using OddJam's Arbitrage Tool that scans hundreds of sportsbooks and their odds to find these arbitrage opportunities across those books and then displays them very easily on this tool. This tool uses real-time data, updating almost every single second. That way you never miss an arbitrage opportunity. Now don't get me wrong, there's going to be instances where the odds have already moved when you're trying to get in an arbitrage bet. Don't give up. These sportsbooks have to do this. They hate losing money, and when there is a bet that presents an edge to the user, then they're gonna have to do something about it and bump those odds. But with the speed and features of OddJam, you're oftentimes able to beat the bumps and lock these arbitrage opportunities in. Now let me explain the tool and how it works. First things first, right underneath my head where my video is, there is a filters button where you can filter by whatever sports books you have access to. What you can see, there are hundreds of books here on OddJam that they are constantly scanning the market of and finding arbitrage plays between these books. So just simply use the books that you have access to, and then you can go from there. You can select what sports, which leagues, percentages, markets that you want to bet, etc. Also under my camera, you can change the maximum recommended bet size you want for these bet sizes listed here. For instance, if we wanted to go from a max bet of $200 on any specific sportsbook to $300, I could change that, and now it's going to give me recommended bet sizes where $300 is the max. And now for the good stuff. Let me explain how this tool displays its data and how to read. I chose this specific example because everybody knows SGA, and it's on two pretty popular books between Hard Rock and DraftKings. But let's talk about all the way to the left here, arbitrage percentage. This is the percent arbitrage opportunity you are getting on this play. Then it's going to tell you the event that you're going to be betting. So in this case, this is the Thunder versus the Nuggets game, the market we're going to be betting, which is player rebounds, and then the books we're going to be betting on. So for instance, this is telling us that we are going to be taking SGA over 5.5 rebounds at plus 140 odds on Hard Rock. And then we're also going to be taking SGA under 5.5 rebounds at minus 130 odds on DraftKings. Then over here to the right, it's going to tell us the bet size. So for instance, this wants us to bet $150 at that plus 140 odds on Hard Rock, $200 at minus 130 odds on DraftKings, and then this gives us what our profit would be. If we click this little calculator button over here on the left, you can kind of see a little bit more of a detailed breakdown of what you're going to be getting profit-wise. I mean, this is pretty simple math. We are betting or risking $350 total. If the side for Hard Rock wins, so SGA goes over 5.5 player rebounds, we are going to win a total of $360, which is $10 more than our total risk. If the DraftKings side wins and he goes under 5.5 rebounds, we are going to win $353.85, meaning $3.85 more than the total that we have risked. AKA, no matter what happens, we are going to win either $10 or $3.85. There's a few features OddJam have that really allow you to move as fast as possible and get these plays in before the odds move. For instance, if we wanted to take this bet on OG Anunoby under 5.5 rebounds on DraftKings at plus 140, we can click this bet button and it's going to load up this bet into DraftKings, where all we have to do is put in the amount we want to bet it for. This saves us a ton of time where we don't have to actually go find the game that we want to bet, then find the specific bet within that game, and this could be the difference between missing out on this play or getting it in. Now, if both books allow one-click betting on OddJam, then you actually will get this dual feature, and if you click it, it's going to load up the bet into your bet slips on each sportsbook simultaneously. It doesn't get any faster than that. And I also wanted to mention that OddJam also has an app that you can do this directly from your phone. For instance, if I wanted to get in Bailey Ober over 17.5 pitching outs on Profit X, I click this bet button and it's going to load up this bet directly in my app. And then I just go back and I want to get this in also on Hard Rock. I click bet. It's going to load it up on Hard Rock as well, where I'm able to quickly and efficiently get this arbitrage opportunity in. The app is super sick and really easy to use when it comes to arbitrage betting, but not only that, you can also access their positive EV page just like you can on their website on the app as well. If you do want to sign up for OddJam, I'll leave a link down in the description below, but if you sign up using code Dustin35, you'll get a 7-day free trial, and if you want to continue on after those 7 days, you'll also get 35% off with that code. Another thing that these serious arbitrage bettors have in common is that they are all taking advantage of live arbitrage betting, which means games that are live in play, they are finding arbitrage bets during those games. When these games are live, the sportsbooks have a hard time keeping up with their odds and oftentimes get out of whack with each other, creating some huge profit potential arbitrage opportunities. These guys take advantage of this by toggling from pre-match to live when the games are going on. That way they can see every single live arbitrage opportunity that pops up during the games. As you can see, the profit potential on these are insane when comparing to pre-game arbs. This also helps them fly under the radar and look kind of like a DJ, right? Whenever you're live betting games, it's typically some guys that just want to get some action on the games or they're watching the game and they think they have a little bit of knowledge of how it's going. And that leads me to a few other tips that'll help make your accounts last a little bit longer before getting limited. And one of those tips are that you should never be betting these weird dollar amounts. Never $196.53. No, just round it up to 200. Most casual sports bettors are not betting those random dollar amounts. They are betting $25, $50, $100, etc. As an arbitrage bettor, you're oftentimes going to have to rebalance your books. But in the very beginning, when your accounts are fresh, try not to withdraw as often as possible, because this alerts the sportsbooks to, hey, this guy's making a ton of money on our book. Let's go ahead and maybe limit him. If you're disciplined in grinding, it's realistic to make anywhere from $20 to $200 plus a day arbitrage betting. Just think about it like this. If you were to find 10 arbitrage bets a night, where each bet was $10 in risk-free profit, that's about $100 a night. If you add that up over the course of a month, you're making about $3 grand just from arbitrage betting. Remember, you're not gambling. You're exploiting inefficiencies in the market to find risk-free profit. Now that is going to be the end of the video. Hopefully you guys enjoyed and or you learned something. Make sure you leave a like if you did, and don't forget the subscribe button on the way out, as we post sports betting content like this every single week.